on by. Yeah, I had Gad over last night again. He was over there at the crib.
Old title, recording.
He was over.
When he was beaten with stripes as Shai, he that sacrifice he offered it up first for himself and the sins he in his past lives, and then for the people.
The sins of Israel, yeah.
Because he fulfilled the whole law. When it says Yahweh Shai, he literally fulfilled the law. He's the morning sacrifice, the evening sacrifice. He's the high priest. He's the scapegoat. He's everything we needed under that first covenant.
So how could he not? Of the
right?
law.
How could he not have fulfilled the fact that the high priest would have to sacrifice for their own sins first,
Right.
and then for the sins of the people? I'm gonna go into it, Lord willing, in a lesson.
Ooh,
you know?
yeah.
Yes, he did once, and
Right.
that was it for Solomon.
Right. So because Jake don't get it, man, but you know,
No,
you
I
got
got
it.
some. Micah 7:9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shai did that.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai bared that indignation. Because he was Yahweh Shai. He came down, he was already on the right hand side of the Father when he came as Yahweh Shai on the earth. And he did it, man. And remember in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said that it'd be possible you could, and the Lord didn't answer him.
There's no other way out.
Then when he went on the cross, he said, my power lies thou forsaken. Because he was in the flesh.
Right.
You know, so he had to, and he said, it is done. And gave up the spirit. Yahweh Shai went through all that. So you know what, man, bro? That's why anybody that don't want to, we're here in this flesh and it's grievous. The demons of, trust me, bro, the demons, all kind of foul, wicked thoughts in your head, trying to destroy your spirit, man. Satan is trying to destroy our spirits.
Right.
You know, that's why it's good to read these scriptures, man. Ephesians, the 6th chapter. You know, read these scriptures, man. Read Proverbs, read Psalms 54, Psalms 56, 121st Psalms. Read those, like, the exhortation. I guess that's why the Spirit be on me to do a lot of exhortation videos. You know, because like, I'm going through it, so fuck it, man. I want to feed the congregation with power. You know what I mean? According to these scriptures. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, man, Yahweh Shai, like, we got to drink the cup. I remember all this stuff, man. Like, that was something that even years ago I was always big Yahweh Shai. The book of St. John. Read, I mean, all the Gospels are good, but St. John was always one of my favorites, man. Like, you sit down and just read the whole chapter.
Yeah.
Okay, man, and it's like, yo, read it, and it's like, oh, man, man, you know what I mean? Yahweh Shai went through it, man.
Yeah. The top spirit from the right hand side came to the earth and called hell.
It builds
His
you
own
up.
creation.
Because I know when we're going through our problems, when we're going through our shit, like, it's grievous, brothers, trust me. It's grievous. It's grievous to us.
Right.
These scoffers and these naysayers and detractors, you know, the things they be saying, and it's like, yo, bro, I know we in the flesh. And it's for you brothers that may be listening or watching, you sincere brothers. It gets to you, man. It's like, you know, Satan, of course, Satan is on, and on top of that, the spiritual thing is Satan is leading these guys. And it's like, hey, man, you know, you want to get carnal. Because we're men on earth. Anybody that say, I don't get, man, you lying.
Yeah, you had those thoughts.
Shit, we all born.
Any man on earth, your first
Yeah,
instinct is like, you motherfucker. Like yo, motherfucker, yo, tell me where you at, man. Let's meet up.
That's why the spirit kicks in. But initially,
But then the spirit kicks in.
That's why
But
it's
initially, that carnal, you want to look, I tell you what, motherfucker, here's my phone number. Tell me where, I don't care, well, where you at? Yo, I'm in Dallas, where you at? You in LA? I'll catch a plane out there, nigga. Like, let's meet up. Like, oh, you in Chicago? Let's meet. Like, you want to meet with these motherfuckers one-on-one, man-to-man, and I'm speaking carnally now, and be like, yo, let's handle this shit. How you want to do this? Like, you on the internet talking shit like a little bitch.
yeah.
Like, let's handle this shit man-to-man, face-to-face.
And you know they spit in Yahweh Shai's face, so he, you know,
Yeah.
he wanted to, he you know.
You know, Yahweh Shai, he has spiritual power. So right now, I'm just speaking for us, like our carnal side.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what our carnal side be saying. Like, I like to meet you, motherfuckers. I like to run into you, or I like to roll up on you, motherfuckers, and get. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yo, we gotta swallow that.
Hey, somebody get be ye angry and sin not.
Oh yes, sir. Please, Baba Kusha.
Where is that
But
at?
you have to swallow. We gotta. We can't react carnally. We gotta swallow all that hurt and
The grit and
grit.
the
We
part of
gotta
the
smack.
sacrifice.
It's like if somebody, like, let's say you got a cup. There's a cup with like a little bit of water in it, and somebody, you know, somebody hack up in the cup and snot their nose in the cup. We gotta actually drink that. But that's what I know. It's disgusting, but that's what we're doing.
The dregs.
We're drinking that shit. You know?
I remember El Sakaran said years back, he said the only thing that's keeping us from going insane is the scriptures.
That's
The
right.
scriptures was keep us sane. If it weren't for these scriptures, man, we all would have been lost around this motherfucker, man.
Wisdom, because
That's the only thing that pleases that Romans 8, 8 and 7. Because it said to be carnal minded is death, and it's not pleasing the Most High. So to please Yahweh Shai is wisdom. In 1 Kings chapter 3, 9, 10, when King Solomon, I think he asked for wisdom that would please the Most High. So the wisdom of understanding these scriptures is pleasing unto the Most High. Although the Bible say, if possible, be at peace with all men, but we have to resort back to these scriptures. Cause man, I feel that shit every day, man.
Yep. And the
Shit.
closer it gets, you have, more
Shit,
of
man.
those carnal thoughts you want to judge, because that's what we're coming into under Yahweh Shai. We're coming into a point where we're going to be able to judge on earth freely, and have sovereignty. And under sovereignty, there's no law but your law.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if we in our kingdom, we can apply Leviticus 20 and 13.
Yeah.
We can apply all of these, and we're yearning for that. So that's when we say we have those thoughts. We're yearning for that day where these, like a complete idiot, you have free reign under Yahweh Shai to judge, but we can't do that now because we're not sovereign.
Right.
But go ahead, Shaquan.
Yeah, this is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. It says, "Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath."
Avenge not yourselves.
Oh, you talking about Romans?
Romans
12.
Yeah. But that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Be ye angry, because we're angry, but that doesn't give us the right and go ahead to just create our own judgment.
Because then you didn't went outside the circle of the Lord.
You're not playing by the rules.
Not playing by the because Yahweh Shai had spiritual power.
Right.
Even when they took him, remember when they came and grabbed him, and then Peter cut
Yeah.
the servant's ear off.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai rebuked him, said, "Peter, put your sword up, man. Whoso lives by the sword shall die by the sword."
Yep.
And then Yahweh Shai, he cut off the dude there. Yahweh Shai was a Malcolm, something. Malcolmus.
Like he said,
And
Malcolm.
then Yahweh Shai picked up some dirt and put the dude's ear back and healed him. Created a new ear for the guy. And allowed us. But remember, at first, Yahweh Shai said, "Oh," and threw them all back.
Yeah, he postured up. And
Yeah.
they were like, oh shit.
Yahweh Shai.
Could you imagine that? Like
Yeah.
cops, like they roll on you and they finally get in your house, everybody's scared, and as soon as they get in front of you, you just do like this and they all back up.
Yeah, it was like a
Yahweh
force.
Shai did?
Like a force.
The
Yeah.
scripture said it was like a force that kind of knocked them back.
Yeah. He didn't talk like he just went like this.
Yeah, so
And
he
they
got
kinda
them
looked,
know.
oh, shit.
That was how powerful the vibrations was.
spirit.
So that was just to let them know, look, like, y'all not rolling up on no regular nigga.
Yeah.
Right. He just exhaled a little bit. They got scared.
Yeah.
Just the spirit of the Lord, just imagine that though. Like,
Man, that's what I'm saying. Shit.
I'm gonna explain something to y'all, man. Us brothers, we rolling in the spirit of Yahweh Shai totally. Us, especially here in Great Millstone. So even these people, even the cops, even like when the cop, like back in the days when the cops would roll up on, we saw it, bro. The cops would be nervous. Even when the cops rolling us, they'd be like a little hesitant. Like even when the cops roll up on us, they'd be like a little, I know back in New York, back in the day when the cops would come up, they would always come up, hey, come in. They'd be a little hesitant, or the word I'm looking for,
Timid.
Apprehensive or
apprehensive. They'd be a little apprehensive, man.
right.
No wonder they like, damn.
Y'all saw the video when they rolled on us in Stamford, Connecticut. They had us
Oh
surrounded.
yeah, I was surrounded. Yeah.
They were very, but you know what? it took them. Remember, we were speaking, cursing them out,
Why their brothers and stuff.
and then finally, when they finally came in, even when they came in, they was like apprehensive. They were like, you know what I mean?
Why you think Esau ain't fully rolled on us yet? And then he has to create this narrative because he knows the power that is deals with. He knows the history. He hides. He acts like he puts the suit on and get in front of the camera like he's comfortable. He's really frightened. He's terrified.
Yeah.
That's why he has to create Vocab Malone. He's terrified.
Oh, he's terrified.
He's not. It's not like he's got the smile on his face and he's sitting in front of the mic with the Kango on, but really he's like he's fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
Like even the time of Yahweh Shai, what was that? Pontius Pilate's wife was like, "Look, leave this nigga alone."
Man, yeah.
Like, I've got dreams about
dreams,
him.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these people, like these devils, they're seeing things in there. That's what got them moving so fast. They're seeing the videos. They know the power that's dealing with us, so they have to what? Create a narrative, demonize us, then attack. Because we have to be guilty in order for him to be able to destroy us.
And they're praying to Satan too.
Right. But that blood is gonna cover the elect.
That's right.
And there's nothing you can do about that.
And all you guys, I'm talking about you Israelites, you other Israelite groups outside of Great Millstone, okay? And when I say that, I'm talking about you wicked, sellout Israelite groups, man. Yeah. And you know who you are, and y'all can talk the shit y'all want to talk, whatever. Okay? Because I know, and when I say that, I know there's other brothers that's not actually by title Great Millstone, but y'all follow us.
Right.
I'm not talking about you brothers. Okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. We got other groups that they're not on the roster with us, so to speak, but they follow us. There's a lot of, camps that follow Great Millstone. I ain't talking about you brothers. I'm talking about the main guys. Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, come.
Okay? I don't even want to mention their names right now, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
The main guys, I'll say the leaders' names, Johanna, Nate, them Sakari dudes, and who else? GOCC, you dudes, man. You other camps, man, you guys, y'all doing your thing, and right now it's feeling real good, man.
Right.
Y'all feeling yourself, and you got a little fame that you wanted, but it's gonna turn sour, bro.
Yeah, it's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
The balloon's gonna deflate in a minute.
Especially if you got a 501c3. That's gonna end bad for you. If you tied to Esau right now in any way with the ministry,
Oh, these guys,
We
we
all
all
got-
Dallas. One body in Yahweh. Got the nerve to call yourself one body in Yahweh.
well, they took Yahweh Shai off.
But they took it off.
It's just
One
one
body.
body. And they did away with
That's
the 12 tribe side. They did away with miracles. They,
For real?
Yeah.
See?
Yes.
But evil men shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Right.
Right.
They may be set up by the left hand. Because you got to think these guys pop up and just get hella followers and hella comments like, who is this guy?
Right.
And then they going completely off.
Yeah, they
And
get paid
people,
off, man.
in a lot of these comments, it can't be a real. You'd be like, is this a real
Yeah,
Israelite?
the
that
other
subscribes to
bozos
this
that we were
shit?
messing with in Houston, what's them? The other bozos that said they gonna break down the mark.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you jokers.
Wifey.
Where the fuck did y'all come from?
They said they've been around for like 5 years.
5 years.
Five,
But
6 years.
but then
I don't
elders-
remember them though.
That was Adam Abbott.
That's them? Oh, they trying to rebrand themselves. Y'all don't
Hey, you
y'all
got
niggas.
that scripture?
I got this, man.
Go ahead.
This Romans chapter 12, verse 19, it says, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
And that's faith. You know, we talk about faith. Faith, that's faith. Because you ain't gonna be able to judge and do everything the way you want to do it. So it's faith to know the Lord gonna get this nigga. But I'm gonna stay righteous. I'm gonna stay doing what's right. But the Lord get this. That takes faith because, bro, you be wanting to judge.
Yes, sir.
But what did it say?
It says, Dearly beloved, Romans 12 and 19, Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is
Give
written,
place on the wrath, and that could take 10 years for the Lord to get a nigga that did you wrong. And you sitting here every day, you cursing him, and you get this nigga, and why is he still alive? But this nigga is going on vacations, this nigga is winning, making money, got a business. hella followers. You like, damn, how the fuck? But you gotta wait until the because judgment is perfection. Like even with Esau, what do you tell him in Isaiah 47? These things shall come up on you in their perfection, like a perfectly timed right hook. Mm-hmm. Like a nigga could be winning a whole fight, but a perfectly timed right hook, bam, and that's what's gonna happen to niggas.
Yeah.
So we have to allow the Heavenly Father to let niggas build up to who they are and what they are. Even Esau, we can't go out and say, well, look, because that's where the Sicarii went wrong. They was like, we finna take the Romans down now.
Right.
And that's not Yahweh Shai's.
They didn't have the power to.
Right. That's not even
The
the
spirit wasn't with them.
Right. Go on.
It was just like, hey man, you gotta always mention this fight. Back in the 70s, Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle. Everybody just knew that, like, they really thought people thought, the critics, Muhammad Ali, he did his big mouth on, get him in trouble. George Foreman is gonna murder him. He gonna kill him. He gonna knock him out, or he might just really kill him. He might actually. Everybody thought Muhammad Ali would probably die in the ring down there, like die in battle in that ring. And Foreman was coming with that shit. To this day, George Foreman tells the story. He said, I was hitting this man with the hardest punches I ever threw in my life, and he was taking it. Ali was, rope-a-doping, taking it. You know?
He was throwing them Fifth Ward bees on him, huh?
Yeah, man.
Like that nigga, he from Houston, right?
Yeah, he from Texas. George Foreman is a man.
Fifth Ward bees.
But he was, and some people say those were the hardest punches ever thrown in boxing. Foreman, and that was back when George Foreman was George Foreman.
Yeah, before the grill and the smile.
Before that grill shit, when he was, before the friendly, this was the young, this is when Foreman was in his 20s. He was the champion of the world. He destroyed Joe Frazier, he destroyed guys, he totally decimated guys that gave Muhammad Ali problems. Joe Frazier gave Ali problems. Joe Frazier had beat Ali in the first fight. Joe Frazier was a monster, right? But he just decimated Joe Frazier, got the title, right? So everybody just knew Muhammad Ali. Oh my God, y'all, what the fuck is he thinking? Like, why is he even taking this fight? Like, but in the fight. But if you watch that fight, real talk, Muhammad Ali, everything is spiritual. Like the Most High actually told Muhammad Ali, "You gonna win this fight. I'm with you." Because if you watch the whole fight, I'm a retired boxer. I know boxing. Ali was kind of breaking him down. That fight, it was like kind of watching one of Floyd Mayweather's fights now. Like you saw Floyd, he fought strong dudes that were strong, and it looked like the other guys winning, but really Floyd is just kind of popping them in, pop, pop, and just pop, pop, pop. So Muhammad Ali really was breaking Foreman down throughout the fight. But Foreman still come with that. He was on the ropes, and then all of a sudden, it was like Ali was rope-a-doping, and swinging back on the ropes, and deflect. He was blocking the punches. Then all of a sudden, in that particular round, it was like a snap of a finger, and then, he let Foreman tire himself out.
Yep.
And then Muhammad Ali just woke up.
Started dancing.
No, he was awake, meaning, but he just, okay, this motherfucker tired. Pop, 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 pop. He caught him with that flurry, and Foreman, boom, went down.
Right.
So that's what the Lord, like, comparing it to that fight. I guess that's the narrative. That's how the Lord likes that.
Right.
Because remember, Muhammad Ali was what? The underdog in that fight. Mm-hmm. Nobody thought he would win.
Right, and we're the underdogs.
And we're the underdogs.
Right. Nobody thinks we're those guys.
Nobody thinks we don't remember. They said we the worst Israelite group.
And that's cool.
We're bums, we're pedophiles, we're rapists, we're scumbags, we're lowlifes. Right? We over here talking about dealing with prostitutes.
No jobs.
We ain't got no jobs, but yet we're sitting in a fucking apartment right now. So how the fuck is the rent being paid here? Right. How's the rent being like, okay, we all got vehicles. Every last man in this room got a truck sitting outside, right? A car or truck, right? Whatever. Sitting outside. But how the fuck it takes money? Oh no, of course, but no, we're robbing the congregation.
Oh yeah.
But then how does that work? We're robbing the congregation, so that how are we bums?
Right.
If we're robbing the congregation, that means we got money. So, like, can y'all tell us, are we bums or do we got money?
I got a precept.
Yes, sir.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
We ain't got no women, right? We just, we're, I ain't gonna say the F word because Esau, you know what I'm saying.
So we'll get it. Socks in the bunch.
We're HMOs or whatever, right? Go ahead, bro.
Maggot.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and 7. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken.
Persecuted, but the Lord is with us.
That's right.
How about Shimei Abishai is with us? See, really, let me explain something to you. A lot of you guys, our haters, I see our critics and our detractors. Okay, all right, spirit I'm in. Our critics. This is to our critics and our detractors. Right? You niggas are really secret just hating. Cause like real talk, man, through the grace of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, a lot of us brothers here, man, we living way better lives than you niggas are. And y'all mad, your ass hurt.
Yeah, and some of them been amongst us, so they know.
They know.
They know how we get down, so they're like, they gotta destroy it. But
And women,
that's a part of following Yahweh Shai.
yeah, and don't start on the woman thing. Dude, I'm just gonna get raw. Like, brothers over there, we get more pussy than you niggas could wish to get or have gotten. Okay, and then guess what? The women we be dealing with, you niggas, like you said, some of the niggas been amongst us. Brothers here, man, yo, we get fine ass women. So niggas be hating. It's really just a hater thing, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like these niggas been amongst us. Some of these, they know what type of women we deal with. You know how we live and how we get down with each other.
Right. It's like the spirit of Cain.
Yeah.
Because Cain, basically, because the Lord was dealing with Abel,
Yeah.
he was like, I'm gonna destroy this nigga. Right. And that's what they like. If they can't be a part of us, now we the house of Saul and they the house of David.
It's a problem.
It's a problem now because you can't be amongst them.
Because you can't hang out and eat chicken no more. But that's your fault.
And play your whack ass beats.
Yeah, play your whack ass beats.
Tim Dog.
Yo, check this out, brother.
Tim Dog would play listen to this shit.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, yo, brother, come on, man. Put on some El DeBarge.
Cause you be trying to and I know I done made some whack ass beats, but I ain't gonna let y'all hear it all goddamn night. Listen to this.
So you're trying to get a response.
Yo, send it into the chat. Yo, my beat. I'll send it to you. It's dope.
Yeah, y'all got it, brother. Go ahead.
All right. Somebody else got something? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Galatians chapter 2, verse 4. I'm just getting to the
Put up
point
some
right
El
here.
DeBarge.
Yeah, man, at a certain point, dudes be playing that shit. Do. I'm like, come on, yo, put on some Lil Wayne shit, please, son. I gotta listen to that nigga. Put on some Nelly, some T.I.
Go ahead, bro.
Yep. This is Galatians chapter 2, verse 4. I'm going to just get to the point. It says, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Hamashiach Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage. To whom, you got it, Elder.
No.
Yep. You know, this is talking about brothers who were taught the gospel, you know, came into the faith just like we did, but they came into the faith with wrong intentions, just to seek out our liberty like the apostle was going into, you know. And they also know the lives we live. We have jobs, just like you said. You know, we take care of our children and families just like regular people in the world do. But they brought in, you know, unawares just to spy out our liberty. It says, which we have in Hamashiach Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage, you know, bring us back into that captive state of mind of being in this Babylonian system, being a simp, you know, being an idol worshiper, being a woman worshiper. They want to bring us down into that bondage again. Verse 5, it says, to whom we gave place by subjection, No, not for an hour, that the truth of the gospel might continue with you. So we ain't giving place to that. We gonna keep teaching this 100% doctrine that we learned through the apostles and elders, the great millstone.
Right.
And you all can have this world, man.
Right. 'Cause nothing's gonna change. We gonna keep doing what the Lord told us because it works. It's like we talk about boxing. If you got a method and you undefeated, like Wilder, he got to the championship level at a particular weight, doing a particular thing. Then he wants to try to get to the best, one of the best heavyweight boxers ever, just because of his size. Of course,
Right.
you know, Fury hits that to be that goddamn tall and add. And then you go try to switch it up, put weight on. You got to do what works for you.
Stick to what you got, man.
Stick to what you know, and we gonna stick to what we got, man. And it ain't gonna change the method. We gonna keep bringing the chip up. We gonna keep going into these prophecies. We gonna keep exhorting. We gonna keep bringing out the words. It's gonna be redundant, man. Because what the method works. The method works, man.
Yeah, well, you see, we ain't gonna do it, Deontay Wilder.
Right.
We ain't gonna do it. Let me put on more muscle, but nah.
That shit
We
didn't
just
work.
gonna stick to what works.
Right.
Okay, you'd be better off doing that.
See, Howard was repetitive. That's why he kept telling Jake, no, don't do this, do that. The Bible is repetitive. What you think? Because you tell Jake something 1 minute, in 10 seconds, he forgot the shit.
Sheep.
You got to keep reminding Jake, man. The Lord keeps saying the same thing. The Lord ain't went off course. He's saying the same thing since day one.
Right.
Ain't nothing changed. Could it say he the same today? Well, he the same yesterday and today?
And forever.
He ain't forever. He ain't changed. So why the word go change? So like you got it.
2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of.
Right. Jake is getting to the end and want to change it up, and then we got to change it up. What you know, nigga, you do what you do. We just because you mad and you want to change everything don't mean we got to do it. We gonna stick to what we've been taught. It's been working thus far.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, shepherds have been set up on earth to guide the flock.
Right.
And you know, the way that this word is going out at the rapid rate is going out, we have to acknowledge the sacrifice that our apostles, bishops, and elders made for even us to be here and you people listening and watching, for YouTube street preaching and doing these type of videos to be a thing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Men on earth were used to do that.
Right.
And now we're living in a time where men are just trying to shit on that sacrifice. And we're wicked because we're still giving double honors and all of that.
Wow.
Pushing disorder amongst the church. Because you're mad. Go ahead.
And that from a child thou hast known.
You too loud, bro.
No.
Okay.
No, they be loud as hell. Verse 15. And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation.
And when you come into this truth, you're a child. It's not talking about from the time you were a little baby. Because we weren't taught the scriptures as little babies. The Gentiles that came in weren't taught the truth as babies. You're a babe when you first come into this thing. And a lot of you Israelites, man, you don't the milk of the scriptures, humility, learning how to serve, being appreciative of how you got here or what it took for you to be here. You try to throw that away. And that's a very wicked mentality to push upon the church and push upon these younger men that are coming in. That is bullshit.
Jake is hungry and thirsty out here, man, spiritually, man. Shit, Jake need water and food, man. And this covers everything.
This is it.
You got it out.
Which are able to make thee wise unto salvation
Right.
through faith which is in Yahweh Shai.
It's the milk of the scriptures, man. Jake tried to get into the deep galactic, which that's beautiful, breakdowns, but they haven't even mastered how to be an Israelite.
They don't know who they are.
They don't even know who they are. They know who they are in word,
Be
but
brothers.
when it comes to being a brother, when it comes to being an actual Israelite, it don't stop at the fringes. It's a mindset. It's a way that we are supposed to walk amongst these damn heathen and amongst the 2/3 as light.
Those that are without.
But a lot of niggas bring the nigga into the truth, man. And it shows, and them type of guys are eventually the light is gonna be put under your works, man, and you're gonna be outed. And that's what's been happening over all of these years, man.
Damn.
Niggas who don't belong eventually get outed. You got something?
I got some. 1 Peter chapter 2, starting verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word.
The sincere milk, man. The basics. You gotta master them. Yeah, you can get into all of these deep breakdowns, but if you don't know how to take the low, if you don't know how to deal with offense and still be in the spirit, if you don't know how to build men up and make them into leaders,
Right.
you really don't know what the fuck you're into. Go ahead.
Desire the sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby.
The ancient customs, we've been getting into that.
Yep.
Understanding that the West ain't the best. A lot of you niggas really think that Walmart was around the corner when Yahushua and David and Adam was on the scene. That's the way you you read the Bible and you picture Walmart, a billboard with Hulk Hogan on it. Martin. You niggas think Martin came on after Yahushua finished doing the feeding all of the thousands of people. Martin came on. They all sat around and watched. No, man.
Said you can walk to Walgreens.
Then you try to get into the ancient way, and Jake just, oh my God,
Stop miscomputing. Stop
start
bugging out.
bugging out.
Yeah.
Why? Because they
No,
don't
no,
understand
no.
what they're a part of.
No, but they want to talk about the fringes.
Right,
You gotta wear the fringes, which
Right.
that's like an ancient thing, right?
right. But what about the garment down to the foot?
Yeah.
They got the-
All of you niggas talking about fringes, what about the turbans?
Right,
When I first came in the truth back in the early 90s, it wasn't just the garment, you had to have it all. You had to have the matazan puff,
About the sun pop.
the mitri.
right.
We used to wear the mitris. The Bible also mentions the staff.
The staff.
Should be quick.
It said that you walked with a staff.
That was a part of our culture.
That was a part of our culture.
Everyday life. You have
Where's y'all staffs?
Right.
Where's your mitris? Right? That's a part of it.
Right,
And you know, French fries. Where's your border of blue?
right,
The border of blue goes right hand in hand with the fringes.
right,
The border of blue represents what? The covenant
right.
that the Most High made with Israel.
Right.
The fringes represent the law. It goes hand in hand.
It goes in
That's right.
tandem.
And then even if they do all of those things, you bring out a law and they be like, nigga, you crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to sound crazy. Don't you realize where you've been raised?
Yeah,
You've been
exactly.
raised in a society that's 100% opposed to the East and the ancient way.
That's right. Bro.
So as you come into this thing, it's like a shock, yeah, but you gotta get on the Lord's program. You don't gotta get on yours.
Yeah, we all fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
we all
son.
Americanized.
Oh my goodness.
American
All of us. We're all
traumatized.
we are totally Americanized.
Right.
The Lord been, changing our minds as we go along in this truth, but, when we first came in the truth, it was a shock. Like, okay, let me explain something to you. Even like the thing with the more than one wife, that's something Jake always been doing.
Yeah.
Look how many kids they got.
Jake always knew it was, but still in their mind they thought it was wrong.
Right.
Like Jake been doing it, but they thought it was wrong. Jake was ashamed of himself for doing that. Like cheated. My wife, I was married to my wife for 30 years. But, I've been cheating on my wife, man. I cheated on my wife for 30 years, man. Come on, y'all know.
I need to get right, Bubba.
Jake got kids all over the place. Certain Jake grew up and found out they got brothers and sisters over here and over there. Like the father before he died, that Jake admitted, like their deathbed confession, I've been cheating. I cheated on Big Mama for years. But they thought they were being wicked.
Right, they thought it
These
was
Jakes went to the grave thinking they were wicked.
Right.
Telling me confess my sins before I die. I don't want to go to hell.
Oh boy.
Because Jake has been Americanized.
That's true.
Jeremiah 18
You
and
got
15.
You got
Yeah.
more on that, right?
Y'all know I'm telling the truth.
Oh yeah, come on.
The
Like,
ancient
y'all know
way.
their grandfathers and shit. Their grandpa Ed, before he died, he came out and told that he had a baby, he had another family across town.
Uncle Griffin.
Right?
Mr. Griffin, but
It's been happening.
yeah,
It's in the man's makeup to do it. It's just that we don't have the substance to support the lifestyle.
Good.
right.
You know, really, you're supposed to have, you know, according to your land and your wealth.
Yeah.
You have wives and concubines, but we ain't got a goddamn thing. So really, we just getting boxed.
Who's box at that?
And we ain't gonna be like this in the kingdom, man. Everything is gonna be worth something. You know, all this empty, this Babylonian way, like we used to it, but it's really not it. You meet a bitch at the club, you smash. That shit getting old, man.
No, it is like having sex.
Yeah.
This world in turn
Yeah.
sex
It's just
intercourse. Let me use the word intercourse. This world has turned intercourse into a dirty, fucking foul thing.
yeah.
I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, we all gonna watch porno movies in our life, or titty balls, but like, you know what I mean? But
Dirty magazines.
like dirty magazines or whatever, right?
Blacktail.
But it's like a dirty thing.
Yeah.
But intercourse between a man and a woman, and let's keep it real. That is intercourse.
Yeah.
A man and a woman having intercourse. That's the only definition of
Of
intercourse.
sex, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, for real.
Outside of that, there's no such thing. Two men.
Yep, that's not
First
sex.
of all, two men can't have sex.
That's right.
Two women can't have sex. So that's not sex. That's just a foul, dirty, filthy, stinking thing.
It's not sex.
It's not sex. Two men can't have sex.
That's right.
It's called sodomy. And then two women, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Okay?
Carpet babies.
They're worse. They really bugged out.
Bug the fuck out. They'll put on the strap on.
But you'll put a strap on to penetrate the other woman. Oh my God, but you don't want to be with a man.
Yeah. And the studs are worse than men. Them studs,
They're abusive.
yeah, they don't get soft. They stay hard all day with that strap on. And they be beating their ass.
Well, remember, nephew Tommy, you know, I always, whatever, in the background, you jaw jacking. I played that. You know, it was a prank call,
Yeah.
but he was calling.
Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, the nephew Tommy.
Nephew
I said
Tommy,
Uncle
yeah,
Tommy,
yeah.
nephew
Wonderful.
Tommy. Right? I still got it on my phone somewhere, but anyways, he called, you know, he was messing with he was messing with the one chick playing the prank, and she was the stud. But yo, she was talking like a dude.
Studs are tyrants.
She was like, look, she said, you know what? I'm gonna beat the hell out of her. Like, on the phone, she like, basically said, she like, I'm gonna beat that bitch ass. I'm gonna beat her head. I'm gonna beat the hell out of her. I'm gonna beat the hell out of her. She was dead. She wasn't joking.
Right.
She was gonna go beat the girl up.
And studs be having more than one wife.
Yeah. But then but men, we're abusive.
Right.
Men, us evil men, we get drunk and come home and beat our wife.
Studs will beat your ass.
Like, you know what? Not for nothing. Most men, see, the white man is a liar. The devil is a liar. As they say, the devil is a liar. This is a lie, brother. Most men, the majority of men, I dare say even here in America, most men don't beat their wife. Most men. Some do.
And when they do, the woman really
Ask
makes
for it.
sure, like, because a lot of women don't think it's love if they ain't get hit.
Women
Some
like
women
to be-
push you, like, for real.
Tom Leykis said
Like,
that.
they
years ago.
really, I've seen that shit. Like a woman, like, and then after you beat, then you
Slap
hit
the
them,
bitch.
and they just happy.
Yeah.
It's like that's love to them.
Well, what's they say? That's the best sex. Then you do the makeup
Yeah,
sex.
women are weird. That's crazy.
Women are weirdos, bro.
Yeah, no man wants to just beat.
If you're nice, brother, well, I've been through this for many years of my life.
Yeah,
If you're good to a woman, they get
don't like
turned
that.
off.
They don't like that shit.
They get turned off if you're too good, if you're too sweet, because you want to know what? This is what we were taught by our nigger woman mothers.
Good
Be a
morning.
gentleman, hug the duck, never put your hands on a woman, right? That's what most Jake was programmed into your fucking head. Be that guy, be that beta male.
Put that woman first.
Put that woman, Jaheem, put that woman
Right
first,
now. Blockhead.
right? Basically, and my man, KS, he said it. You black men, your own mothers are against you.
Right.
You so-called Negro men, your own mothers. If you had a black woman mother, she's your enemy, man. And I'm not advocating to go tell your mother, F you, mom, fuck you,
But it's
bitch.
just true in spirit.
I'm not saying that.
That's true.
That's still, even though it's the nigga woman, even if your mother's Big Shirley and Keisha,
You still gotta respect
you
her.
still gotta
Father,
respect
mother.
her as your mother. But I'm not saying you gotta fuck with her.
Yeah, you ain't gotta fall for that.
You don't gotta, like, you. In other words, let me clarify. If your mother is Big Shirley and Keisha and toxic, you don't have to hang out with her.
Right.
You don't gotta talk to her. Hey man, what the old saying goes, if you ain't got something nice to say, don't say it at all. So if your mother is a toxic, evil black woman, brother, you don't have to talk. You can cut her off. Cutting her off is not being disrespectful. You can just say, you know what? You know, I love you, Mom. You're my mother, and I love you because you gave birth to me in this kingdom. You know, and then when I was a little kid, you took it. I mean, if I could do something to help you, I'll help you.
Right. If you need help moving,
You need help moving, I'll bite the bullet and help. But outside of that, you don't have to talk to her. You don't got to go to her house. You don't got to hang out with her. You don't got to be around her.
Right, especially if you're talking to her and all she does is try to turn you against your dad.
Right.
Cut.
Like I had that with my mom, like for
Yes.
years. She was just mad. Me and my dad was cool. And I'm just like, damn, every time I talk to you, I gotta hear you talk down on my dad. So
Yeah.
it came a point where I kind of stopped, I pulled back. She kind of chilled out, but I'm not fit to sit here and every time I talk to you, that's where the conversation goes.
And that's fucked up.
You know?
Why
You
would you
mad
wanna
because I'm
turn-
cool with my dad.
Why would you want to turn? But that's the program that Esau program. See, the black woman is the perfect robot. That's what Esau programmed into her to turn Jake against their fathers. See, it's all about demonizing. You got something? Read it, brother.
Deuteronomy 28 and 56.
Hey, repeat yourself, but make it a little more loud so the camera,
Con.
exalt your voice a little.
Y'all know your department.
Okay, stop. I mean, what? Just a little bit.
Con. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. You know?
That's the curse.
That's the curse. That shows that we're Israelites. We're the only group of people that experiences that as a whole. Mothers mean their shit to the kids, teaching the kids wrong, mad at the fathers, downplaying the fathers, talking shit about the fathers to the children. You know, that's fucked up. So that's fucked up. That's the curse that we're under, man.
Well, my man KS, he went into that. And that's why the world don't respect black people.
That's why the world is out of order.
The world is out of order because that's why these other nations, the Gawarium, they come to America, primarily the American blacks. They know that's the only group of people on the planet that their own women are their enemies.
Right.
Yeah, straight up and down. The so-called African American black race, so to speak, are the only race on the planet that the women of their race are like this is the black woman. Those ain't our men, fuck them.
Yeah.
Let them be exterminated. The black woman is calling for y'all extermination, you know that, right?
Esau's forward that too. Playing on it.
The black woman is the biggest white supremacist on the planet. She's the biggest white supremacist on the planet. Remember that. The black woman. Primarily Big Shirley and Keisha and all of them. But not just them. Okay, the Big Shirley and the Keisha, all of them.
Yeah.
Even the so-called educated college ones, all of them.
Who was
All
the ones marching for the alphabet rights?
Yeah.
Now they're crying because they've been replaced. You didn't realize that your enemy, he's trying to replace you with the trans.
With machines.
Now
and shit.
they can't even define woman.
Yep.
But who was at the marches? Who was the main one saying this? Shut up, nigga, telling us to shut up. You got men who you got trans gentlemen who get on shows and speak for black women,
Yeah.
and women are down with that shit.
Wow, boy, this.
See the way that us as women, but it's a man. And women are cool with that shit.
Yep, they cool with that.
But then when you lose the swimming contest, when you lose, because now these niggas are entering into the women competition, and the boxing, MMA. You got
Smoking them.
this is how crazy Babylon is. A MMA fighter, a man can turn himself to a M can turn himself to a W and then fight this bitch. Now if I elbow my woman, she can call the police. If I be like, shut up, bitch, you get mad. You be looking at her in the eyes. You like, oh, shut your goddamn mouth. Like she could call the police. He elbowed me, and they can come take me out of my house. But a nigga could put a ponytail on, chop his rod off, and go fight a woman
Yeah.
legally,
And win the purse
and
prize.
get interviewed after the fight. It was a good. I thank God.
Yeah.
First of all, everybody I want to thank God, but it's a goddamn
And Eve is with it.
And Eve is with that. Shut up.
But then, here it is. Like I said, mentioning my man KS again. All these black women who endorsed that would come on the show every fucking night
I can't find no good man.
and cry that they can't find a good black man. Well, why can't you find a man though? What's the problem? Well, cause all these black men, or the good ones are taken, and the rest of them are gay.
Oh, really?
You don't
So I thought you was with that.
Right.
Thank you, thank you. But it's like, okay, man. But you black women endorse that. When your sons come to you and tell you they're gay, you endorse it, you support it. Y'all openly support the alphabet people. Y'all with it. Y'all, you black women made it known. Yeah, we support that.
Right, the chili doggers.
So, why are you complaining that all the black men are gay?
Right.
Like, why?
Right.
Isn't that what you wanted?
And then they'll use it as an insult against men like us who's speaking out
Well,
against them.
shame, insults, you need to be right. It's called changing narratives to fit your own narrative.
Right.
Okay? You support it because you're just a demon and you hate black men, but then when your little box start itching
Right.
and you can't get that itch scratched,
Right.
right?
You're a faggot.
And guess what?
Little dick energy.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. The F word, right? But then, because guess what happened? Other races of men are not rushing in to snatch y'all up.
Hell no.
The white man don't want y'all. See, you don't understand something, man, black woman. For you black women that may be listening on the camera, that was you were nothing. The black woman, you black woman are nothing. You were nothing. Even now still. Back in the early 90s, that was like a fetish for white men.
You just
You know,
wanted
the
what
jungle fever days.
they wanted what their grandfathers had.
Yes.
That's all that was, to fulfill that.
It was cool. The last time that was
Syrup,
really cool was
biscuit
in the
niggas.
90s.
Right.
And I dare say the early 90s, back when I first came into truth, 1990, the early 90s, them white boys had that little nigger woman fetish. But remember, that's back when the majority of black women wasn't looking like Big Shirley and Keisha. That, back then, black women,
Or a little more feminine.
they were a little more sexy back then. In the 90s, back in the early 90s, black women were, the Eve still had it going on. a little
Living
bit.
single
Oh,
spirit.
Adina Howard spirit.
Yeah.
Living single
Yeah.
spirit. Yeah.
Black women still kind of had it going on a little bit. That's back when I used to still kind of mess with black chicks.
I had a lot of them.
Back when I first came to the truth. See? But now, y'all have ballooned up to Big Shirley and Keisha's, and the white man don't want nothing to do with that now. They had their fun already.
And they're damn sure not gonna come to your aid.
Moab don't want you.
No.
Okay, the Oriental. How many Oriental men? You think a Chinese man or a Korean man is gonna come here, right? Like how many fat Chinese women you see? How many fat Chinese women do you see? So a Chinese dude is gonna come and get with Big Shirley. Okay, the Arabs. Ishmael, they gonna come here and they gonna get with a nappy-headed, big mouth, loud mouth, wildebeest. Okay, I can go down the line. Elam, you see Elam. How many fat Elam women you see?
Very few.
The men of the other nations ain't dealing with that. Even Ham, even the Hamites. Cause them Hamites, I know Africans. I worked alongside Africans for years. Them number one, that mouthy shit and all that. Them Africans, the actual Hamites and the ones that's Jake. I worked with an African dude, but he was Jake, a Nigerian brother. Their women are in order.
Yeah, don't pay that shit.
You understand what I'm saying? The men of the other nations, they not, and then they even said it. Like, I know they like, they tell the American black man, oh my goodness, how you deal with that? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
Well, but brothers too got to make better decisions, man. With this wisdom, those loudmouth type of bitches, stay away from them, man.
Con.
Like, why would you even give your energy and your knowing what you know now, give yourself over to that?
I'm glad you said that one,
You know
Bob.
what I'm saying?
I'm glad you con. Yeah, but we gotta just look, man. We gotta be straight with brothers too.
Yeah.
Con, man.
Yeah.
You know, no, cause you. I mean, come on, you dudes are that horny. I'm a pussy. I'm a pussy. You get what you deserve, man.
Right.
That's for you brothers in Great Millstone.
Right.
The elder Yashawan by the Spirit got on him to say it, and I'm gonna back it up and co-sign it, man.
Right.
You wanna deal with some fucking wildebeest, black bitch, or any woman. And then when the shit turns sour, then you wanna come crying to us.
Pray for me, Akyam. I got a hood rat pregnant.
Be like, nah, man, don't come to us. No, I'm openly saying it now. Don't come to us, man. Cause you know better.
Right.
Cause you come to us, we're gonna curse you out and say, well, that's the Lord dealing with you, man. Cause I'm gonna start asking questions. Well, look, brother, then you notice that, yeah, you kind, but you know, I just want to go to the butt. Stop it, man.
You see the signs. You know the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Scripture.
We'll do that.
This is Sirach
I'm sorry,
26 and 25.
You said it one, but I had to.
Nah.
That was the spirit, man. That was the spirit. That had to be said.
Yeah.
The scripture, you got it up.
Sirach 26 verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Shoot, and that's what it is. A lot of, like you say, hey, put it out there, a lot of these nigga women, they don't have no shame. You have these, you have a big ass woman, that walk around, saying what they are. They ask them, what are you? I'm a 10. They are proud as hell, and they don't have no shame for them. And a woman's supposed to be shamefaced. She's supposed to be humble. When you don't have no shame, that means you become what? More and more proud of yourself, and that's where it starts. What? I'm over this man. I'm more, I'm the basically the head of the household at this point. And then what they're called? That's called confusion. That's called disruption in the house.
But like the elder Yashawan just said, you brothers are men of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You already know certain things about a woman, especially as far as like their attitude and their demeanor. You know what I mean? I mean, all these women are screwed up, but
They're screwed up, but I'll say this: a woman that's not outstandingly beautiful and kind of like a plain Jane, her humbleness and coolness can make her cute.
con.
And then, like, let's say you get her pregnant, she'll be better off than a loud mouth. Like, you be kind of mad, like,
an
damn,
outright chick that's a loud mouth.
complete piece of shit.
Yeah, like oh my God, like well, what's her face? Like Monique.
Right.
How she humbled herself now, but how she used to be.
Right.
The old Monique. Yeah.
Like, if you were the bitch you eating and she say to the waiter, oh
God, you already know.
You gotta know.
already know that's bad news.
I might not want to put my rod in it.
No more.
Her mouth, she chews.
For a chick that burps all loud, you take her out to dinner, man. She, excuse me. Oh my God, no. So this date's over right now.
Or she on the phone the whole date. You gotta know, all right, nah, I can do, especially if you're a brother who live on your own and you chilling, the world is yours pretty much. You know,
God,
sometimes you do you have your times as a single man where you know you slip up and you know a little
Yeah, you do it.
yeah, it happens, but we got to use wisdom, man, especially in these times, man. The Lord sometimes give you signs through these hoes, and that you shouldn't do it, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you got to apply wisdom over the flesh, man, because
A chick that go out a chick that every fucking night or she's going out all the time. Every weekend she got to go out. I'm going out. So you didn't know what to. Okay, so then when she become your girl, what you expect, dude? This is what she was. When you met me, that's how you met me.
right, it's just your turn.
Now
That's all
you
I-
want me to
that's
stop
it.
going out with my girl.
That's all
This is
I
what we
said.
did every weekend.
Turn
You
to a
know
righteous
that.
woman now.
When you met me in the club, and you knew every weekend me and so go out, and this is what I do, and I gotta stop because of you, and I've been doing this years before. A woman like that, okay. I mean, even if you're gonna, and even if you're gonna smash, keep it moving.
Smash, give her $20 for gas. Leave it alone.
That's it, man. But like, don't get in no relationship with somebody like that.
Right.
Yeah, settle down. This bitch moved in.
Yeah, she crawl up in your house, and next thing you know, she's living there. Then you saw my God.
Crawl.
Yeah, her bonnet hanging in the shower and shit. She got a
That fucking
toothbrush.
sponge hanging up on
Yeah,
it.
she got a toothbrush. And you like, oh man.
That sponge hanging.
Shit.
Good.
I mean, how long do y'all usually?
Nah, pretty much did it over there. A couple more. I got one quick
got one.
ones. No, go ahead.
Kind of just going in on them. It's Ecclesiastes 7:26, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets. She's always trying to trap Jake, and her hands is bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So hey, if you wicked, you gonna get that wicked ass woman, man. As a matter of fact,
Right.
it reminds me of Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, man. You know what I'm saying? But roughly paraphrasing, a God-fearing woman is a gift from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing. So, hey, man, if you out here being wicked, living wicked, you know, doing everything contrary to the Lord, don't be surprised when you find yourself ran up on by one of them wicked ass niggas.
Right, or you could be a brother that's the Lord dealing with, and you have a situation come where your woman is wicked, but the Lord he gives. Read that again.
This is like Ecclesiastes 7:26, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands is bands. Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her.
Escape to the Lord gives you an escape route.
Right.
Because you may be a man of the Lord, and a woman just turns into a complete demon. You're like, what the
Right.
fuck?
Yep.
Hey, that proved, man, you said that years back. That proved we gotta walk more in the spirit than not by sight.
Yeah,
That's
in
heavy.
flesh.
Because we get caught up in the fleshy shit. After you get the pussy, man, after that, what's next?
Right, but the woman is a glory of a man, so it's hard. It's not the easiest thing to
Right.
do.
Right.
No,
Because,
yeah.
you know, you get tied to a
Could be
woman.
natural. Right.
It's natural.
Right.
And then we deal with these women and we get mad at this bitch calling me every month. What do you think after you
Put the honey on. You put a
Like,
baby
what do you
on
think's
it.
gonna happen? So what do you think? We just you know what I'm saying? We just gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's
But
it.
the Lord will give a man of the Lord a way to escape. You see? Go ahead.
That's why it says, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
Take her, right?
Get caught up in some shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta be this one to
Brother,
take that route.
trust me, I know I've lived this.
I mean, if it's a
Even recently, I've been caught up with a wicked, evil woman, and the Lord made a way out for me, man. Speaking
Out.
of myself,
I had one when I first came here. You know, and for a lot of men,
yes,
a woman is your rites of passage. For a lot of, it's not every brother's walk, but certain brothers,
yeah,
that woman is gonna be your rites of passage, and that's something. If you don't conquer that woman thing, man, as a man of the Lord, to where a woman, you know, that ain't the end all be all of your happiness.
Con.
If you don't conquer that, then then the Lord may not open up fully to you. So, brothers got to be mindful of that woman because this is a powerful thing, man. And
because
brothers,
this world is what the queen of heaven and world.
right.
This world is all about. Once again, we were raised here in America, so them and majority of Jake raised under their mother, grandmama, mama.
And if your dad was there, he was just quiet.
Yup.
He didn't want to. He was just like stressed the fuck. And now that you're older, I get it. I get why my dad. You know, the only time my dad really started talking and having fun was when he was drunk.
Right. Yeah.
But now that I'm, grown, I see he was tired. He was tired of that shit. He was tired of seeing my mom in that same robe. He was tired of it.
Yeah.
He was just like, fuck
Yeah.
it, man. I'm gonna go to the club, get my side piece, here and there. That's
it.
I see what
Jake is defeated.
He was defeated.
Because what can they do? What can the Israelite man do? Because if you beat their ass, the white man, they're gonna call the white man on you.
Cheaper to keeper. They will
It's
play
cheaper
that.
to keep her. If you leave
Johnny
them,
Taylor.
child support, alimony, they gonna get the house.
Right.
And you gonna be fucked up living in some apartment when she got the house and with the kids, and then you paying child support, you paying alimony if you're married to her. We did videos on that many years ago about that marriage shit. So you brothers, man, beware of that. And furthermore, that's against that. Well, you guys talk about the law. That's against the law to really get married with a
Right.
woman legally.
That's right.
That's making a covenant with the people around. That's in the law.
They become the god of your marriage.
You're not supposed to get married legally to a woman. Okay?
That's one of these for you.
And you got some brothers who did it, you know what I'm saying?
Some brothers did it. I mean, hell,
You can.
but
Wonder Grace.
that's not the thing to push.
But it's not something you want to push. My advice
Don't do that.
is don't do it.
I would never do that shit.
Don't do it. Don't do it. The brother, when you break up, she can get you for alimony, bro.
Hope it's in your favor.
It's bad. Child support is bad enough. So imagine you gotta pay alimony and child support. You through.
I ain't even married a bitch.
You gotta pay for the divorce. All that.
Then you got to pay for a divorce. So that's why Johnny Taylor said it's cheaper to keep her. And a lot of Israelite men are just in a situation where it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just might as well stay here. And they got them white shoes and pants. It's that same
White
regular
ass shoes.
nigga look. And they just walking around, in the gym. What's up, player?
I got one for you.
If I had your hands, I'd cut mine off. That nigga is depressed.
No, I got you. In Genesis 49:9, and Judah is in lines well from the prey.
Oh,
my
good.
son, thou art gone, Salaki.
The
No,
prey
it's
is
a good
these
one.
heathen.
Good.
The prey is these heathen. Jake.
That's what I said. Jake is beaten down. Genesis 49. Oh, no, you got what you say? Genesis 49:9. Judah is in lines well from the prey, my son. Thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couch as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up.
Who shall rouse? And Jake
Jake
this
is
word,
beaten
we're
down.
being roused up.
Yeah.
And that's why the Lord said, except the Lord of hosts has left us a remnant, we would have been. Imagine having to do, we love our parents, but imagine if that generation, that was it for us as a people.
Oh,
Your mom, your dad, and them, they were like, they seen the white man in action, and they have more of a slave mentality.
Yep.
They just come, so it's like, Judah had to be roused up, and that happened in this time, man. The Lord sending the Holy Spirit, because it ain't gonna be on Levi. Judah had to be roused. Judah, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, was at the forefront of this great awakening, And Judah has been roused up, and the mindset is changing, and the whole world pays attention when Judah's mind changed.
Oh yeah.
And all of the tribes start to get gathered under that, and that's what's happening. But when Judah starts getting serious, everybody starts. I'm talking about, bro. Judah can't have an opinion about nothing. A straight Israelite, especially Judite man, having an opinion and standing for something, it changes the course of the whole world.
Yes, sir.
The whole world, even with Kanye and Kyrie, the whole world was just
Right.
over just a nigga with an opinion.
Yeah. Done.
How much more us coming
And
in
righteousness.
under this truth and righteousness? It's
Well,
changing the course of the whole
Like you
world.
said, it did start, and you know what? You're right. It did start back in the 60s and 70s.
60.
That was, and we used to break that down that way back in One West. It did. They didn't have the truth, but starting with Marcus Garvey,
Right, it was Judah.
Yeah.
right? And, Marcus Garvey. Then of course coming in the nation, Malcolm X,
Right.
Martin Luther King, And then, the Black Panther movement
Right.
and all that, that's what spurred everything.
Right, that's true.
Because like when the Black Panther movement came, that's what, out of the Black Panther movement came, the American Indian movement,
Right.
the other tribes. The Young Lords, that was the Ephraim, and the so-called Spanish-speaking tribes. Those were all, some of you younger brothers wouldn't know about that, but the Young Lords was like, those were all like so-called, militant groups like the Black Panthers, but they were, the Young Lords was like Ephraim and Issachar. Of course, the American Indian movement was, my father was a part of the American Indian movement. AIM, the American Indian movement, but that all kind of spawned off of
Right,
the Black Panthers.
There you go. That's it.
Because when Judah got together, when Huey Newton and the guy Bobby Seale and the Black Power movement, and then the other tribes were kind of fucking with them, following them,
Right.
and then they told them, well, look, won't you brothers go and start movements for your people? And that inspired them to set up the other tribes, so like the 60s and the 70s. But then of course the truth was there. High Priest Abba Bivens,
Yeah.
he was Judah. King Marshall, High Priest Ariah, Yaquab, they Judah. So boom, this truth, it started with Judah.
Right. Deuteronomy 33, the blessing of Judah. He said, "Bring him to his brethren."
Yeah.
Right.
And then the tribes will start to be gathered.
And what did
That's what verse 10 says.
I just did a video on it the other day. He shall raise the Judah and the house of David.
The house of Judah.
So David was amongst that.
Right. Even when Yahweh Shai came on the scene, he gathered from amongst the circumcision amongst Judah first.
Yeah. Can I say this? So all that time back then in the 60s and 70s, David wasn't back there. The Lord just kept David dormant for all this time. But now in 2023, David is here now.
Right. That doesn't even make sense.
David is here. I'm David.
Right.
Everybody's David. And David wasn't alive when the house of David was, that tabernacle of David that Solomon built, that tabernacle, that temple.
Yeah, exactly.
David, he gave him the blueprint and he passed away. So if we're building the tabernacles of David as in the days of old, it's not far-fetched to say he's in the spirit world right now.
Yeah.
He was in the spirit world when Solomon completed that temple.
Yeah.
And it's nothing for the Lord to raise him up.
It's nothing but the Lord to raise up King David.
Right.
Look, I know for a fact King David ain't here right now. Okay? He was here at the beginning of this archetype that we're dealing with now because it had to be that way. I just did a video on it the other day. David was here, and he was here for most of the building of this temple. Okay? Because that was the will of Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
But at the moment, King David ain't here at the moment.
Right.
Okay? Contrary to what certain assholes will say.
Well, the scripture
I really
says
don't care.
it will be built as in the days of
Yeah.
old. So if it was built as in the days of old, he wasn't alive during the completion of that temple.
Khan.
Was he?
Khan.
Think about that.
He wasn't.
Man.
He was in the spirit world.
The Most High said, no, because you got too much blood on you, man.
Right.
You can't.
He got older in age. The Lord gave him the blueprint on how to build the temple.
Passed down to
He
Solomon.
passed it down to Solomon, and he gave a speech, and eventually he passed on to the spirit world, and Solomon built that temple.
Khan. And Solomon is about to come back to establish the
There
temple.
you go.
That's happening now. Because in verse 10 it said, the scepter shall not depart from Judah,
That's right.
nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Shiloh. And Yahweh Shai he's been prophesied to come since. It was always known that it's going to be one of our brethren that's going to come and restore all things from this fall,
Right.
and that's Yahweh Shai. But Judah has been raised up in these latter days, and now all of the tribes are waking up.
Ezekiel
Pursuing-
37.
Yep.
It started with the elect.
That's it.
Right.
Well, the Lord is only dealing with the elect now. Judah's here.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
The brothers of the tribe of Judah are leaders in this thing.
Con.
Right? And starting with like I said, it was our elders here, High Priest Ariah still walking around. He's our leader. He's still, even though right now we're not connected with him the way, but that's okay. That's nothing. High Priest Ariah is still our superior, man. He's still, our leader. You know what I mean? You know, Hafi Shah, that's Judah. You know? And the Lord set everything in order. And to raise up King David, that's nothing.
He coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming. That was it.
Yeah. This is Hosea 3 and 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim.
Falling away.
Right.
You know, we didn't have no connection to our power. You know, and that's what the priesthood represented. You know, Israel having a commune with the Most High through that tabernacle, that priesthood. You know, but now we have it. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Afterward shall the children of Israel return, and seek the Lord their power, and David their king.
Right, and that's what's happening. And we're the ones, our apostles and elders are the ones that established, you know, the tabernacle of David. David constantly talking about the house of David.
Constantly, bro.
Oh, constantly. That was all, you know, and I believe wholeheartedly that this is the house of David. I believe that.
I do.
What else I'm supposed to believe?
I do.
We've been fed all
It's
this.
okay for everybody else to believe they are, but when we say it, oh my God, it's highlighted. But you the leader of the new covenant, you the 12, you every damn body. But if we say we, but that's all right. It's supposed to be this way, brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're actually going through what Yahweh Shai went through. Go ahead.
God, it says, and afterward shall the children of Israel return, and seek the Lord their power, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and his goodness in the latter days.
Right, in the latter days, man.
Yeah, because Baruch speak of that, and they shall wake up in the land of their captives.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's happening right now.
Right. And we seek the mercies of David. You know, we seek to be ultimately get that mercy, you know, to be forgiven, you know, for our transgressions, man. Because really we should all be dead.
That's right, man.
So coming in a meek and humble and contrite heart, as well as seeking David our King, you know, understanding what we're a part of and being appreciative, man, of the foundation that has been laid, you know.
That's it.
So with that, give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
And double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone, and the bishops. Peace and salutation as always to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom, la la.
PTA.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. Powerful, yeah.